Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Swordflight. Alright, so Zorak's dead, we have the book, we're headed back out, a battle on the road. Well, this tells me, hours pass, you travel a little south, you hear the sounds of battle, though they seem to be fading. Probably not the best. I'm gonna want to prep for whatever it may be. Oh, great. Really? I'm gonna have to rest before I can reassign it. Man, I really do not have much extra room. Oh well, like I said before, I can always give her some more if I'm really in that bad of a position. Alright, what do we... of course. Okay. Well, let's take a look around first. Fire giants are gnarly, and I'll definitely want to control how we fight them. I don't really have to worry about that wearing off now, at least. Unfortunately, this does sort of nullify my flame weapon. If I can crit him, though, man, can I dish out the damage. Man, that Greater Stone Skin, it really is powerful. I don't know how many of these things there are, but I really do not feel confident taking on more than one at a time. There's a dead one, so someone's killed some of them. That's a weapon master? Oh, it is. That was pretty close. I'm 100% gonna let them kill your bear next time. Ooh, goodness. It's another sword master. And a couple of regular fire giants. Okay, I can't fight 4 of them at once. Certainly not with a sword master present. I was only able to take him out because I had that stone skin and elemental resistance, tanking most of it. Their sight range is so long, it's hard to draw out. Just one. Now stand down. I do like all the healing that she takes. Is that the other Swordmaster? It is. Hey, bear, you're useless. Okay, there goes the Swordmaster, at least. Magic user. Interesting. Fire Giant Priestess, okay. Come on! How many of those does she have? My goodness! Well, she was rather annoying. Cure critical wounds potion. Oh, there. Okay, I think there's only one left. Please tell me that's all of them. A scout using 2 big axes. That's rather frightening. Ooh. Where did you come from? Come on, Zarella. There, another one on this side. Okay. I think that's all of them now. So, new magic great axe. Famed adventurer Aquilin Arndry has had his last adventure. Having underestimated the fire giant raiders he sought to hunt down, the mighty weapon he carried in a battle against them lies near his corpse, awaiting a new wielder. Yeah, they sure tore him up. 2d4 cold damage plus 4, and it's keen. Wow. This one does 2d8 fire damage. Both plus 4. Okay, so I prefer this as a base weapon. Wait. Massive critical is 2d8, does 1d8 fire damage. So this one does a little more elemental damage. This one just has these big ol' gnarly criticals. If I ever fight something like Fire Giants again, I guess I could definitely keep my hands on the Great Axe. I'll probably have to holster it somewhere. As a general rule, though, I think I'm going to stick with the Gurgamix Axe. Alright, keep going. Oh boy, more raiders. Well, my buffs are still active. Use your Bard Song. Probably not for very long. Alright, the Ogre Champion's a little gnarly. As is the Etten. Is that all of them? Looks like it. Ah, we made it. After a long journey, you arrive back in Zazesspur. That was quite the venture. I have a lot of business to conduct. I'm probably not even going to be able to sell everything. Take all of this rusted garbage. Take those too. Why not these? Right. So I don't imagine I'll ever actually use Gorshab's Great Axe again. But it's still a powerful weapon, and I'm not sure I want to just part with it immediately. I actually don't want to sell too many of those sorts of things. They look identical. I don't know exactly what that clothing merchant buys. I know that he's very specific. And I think I'm going to have to... I'm not going to be able to sell everything. I can sell weapons, no problem. And most of these miscellaneous things. I don't think he'll buy Skeleton's Knuckles, but I'm not 100%. I don't know if he'll take shields either. Right, I never had identified that. I think it's the only unidentified thing. Okay. Gurkamuk's armor. I'll check that out in just a second. Just wanted to get that dealt with. I've been meaning to for a while. Okay, let's see. Only usable by orcs and half-orcs, +4, charisma, intelligence, and wisdom up. Huh. Okay. Doesn't seem that great, honestly. Doesn't have enough gold for the armor. A lot of ammo. If I bonus spells, either wizard or sorcerer use its power to configure it. Okay, so it's kind of like a holy symbol. Just for wizards. Oh wow, he is out of money. Okay. Potions of heal. Take those. Don't have any more scrolls that I want. Okay. I think we're done with you. Market District.
Hey there, hey there. Something I can do.
Lot of fenberries. 50 XP. Nice. Okay. First, I'm gonna go to the clothing guy just so that I can... Honestly, I might have already gotten all of his money, but I'm fairly certain I didn't. No, I absolutely did not get all of his money. Okay, so he won't take shields. We'll take quartz crystals. And skeleton's knuckles. He won't take a random leather hide. Annoying. Right, or shields. I was wondering, I just peered over at his stock and noticed all of the boots and thought that looked a little suspicious. Forgot entirely that I have basically sold him his entire stock off of a bunch of hobgoblins and bugbears. Okay, so that leaves this block. Oh no. Don't think I have any loot in any of those ones. Couple of things in there. Couple of things in there. Okay, that should be it then. It's just those two bags. I think that Amulet of Power is probably worth like 25 grand. Says he doesn't have the money for it. I have thousands in gems to sell too. Okay. Pretty sufficiently drained his money on that front. Cool.
Hey there.
You're out of money, right? Yeah. Take that. I think most of these guys are completely broke.
Hey there.
I want to buy one, Mommy! Weapons for you!
Yeah, that's right, mate. That's what's
Now
it.
that's a lot cheaper!
Oh, that's all you got. Just have a good day.
Okay, so Gurgamuk's armor is still there.
No, it's not worth it. I wouldn't pay ever silver for that. Oh, God, you got any more of those? No.
You out of money? Oh yeah, he's out of money. And you.
Get some singing this way. Best weapons around, right here. Put those up there. I'll take that. Come on, what's the forecast today? Yeah, great. I'll take 2 of those and 1 of them, please.
Nothing.
Protect yourself right.
I don't think I can even buy anything from him, yeah.
4 of those there.
Can't imagine I'll need it.
Yesterday's bread. Come on, mate. I would...
Oh, he's actually specific about what he'll buy as well. Alright. Let me go check with the witch woman and the druid. I don't think they've got any good, like, big time healing or restorative things I haven't yet purchased. But I'll double check, and I'm gonna go rest and head over to the temple. Right, yeah, you're all magic. No, unhelpful.
That's what's it. Oh, that's all you got. Yeah, just have a good day. Fine. No, it's not worth it. I wouldn't pay ever silver for that.
No, it doesn't look like it. Not enough gold. Potion of bark skin.
Oh, God,
Did you have enough gold for that? I didn't even look at... No.
Bottles of all kinds! Ready for your fire!
I'll sell it to the temple when I'm up there. I wonder if that trading would just have an impact on the economy. Honestly, the impact from an adventurer just carving a path of destruction through everything in that entire region, going to an old tomb and looting it, and coming back and literally getting the money from every merchant in town by just loading them up with all kinds of mostly magical gear. That would do some stuff to the economy. Everything would be different by the time that was done. Okay, so I could leave, but I'm not going to because I still have this Dark Knights thing for the temple. Like a room, here's 15 gold. Better not be another assassin hiding out in there waiting to kill me, or I'm going to be unhappy with this establishment. It does do a lot of damage. I just wish it was keen. That makes me quite sad that it's not. Does she have weapon finesse? I figure she probably has to, right? Yeah. So I went through an entire stack of healing potions, and then most of another one. It still leaves me with a couple stacks I haven't touched, which is good. I prefer to save those for when I really need them, which, given how powerful these other healing potions are, isn't super often. But there are times, you know, where they're pretty important, where you're going to need double healing, a huge influx that has no random chance to give you a good or bad amount. I tell you, that voice that screams out, "I want to buy one, mommy," in the market districts, and it's like, I guess it's supposed to be a kid, but it just sounds like a 40-year-old man trying to sound like a little kid, and it's the most disturbing thing every time I hear it. Red Dragon, Fire Giant, Balor, Death Slaughter, Iron Golem. I'm gonna have to try that at some point against something I'll be able to see what it does against. I think I'm just gonna get rid of Earthquake because that'll hurt us too. Bombardment, Firestorm, does that hurt us? All enemies, no. Okay, so I'm good with Firestorm. That one I can target an area. Our area of effect is huge, range is long. Sunbeam, energy buffers just in case. Okay. Right, now you do have a mass heal. I'll take it. I don't need more of these. But I will take these. Like a lot of them. Okay. And now is when I'm going to institute a policy change. What I'm going to try to do is every time I use one of these, or I use 9 of them, I'm just going to hop over to another stack. That way I have all the stacks there, so that whenever I go back to a store, I just replenish the stacks I'm supposed to have. I know it seems kind of pointless to some people, but I got my ways of doing things. Okay, so let's head down and see that Nevcheza, or whatever her name was. These little curving stairwells always mess with my characters. I can't just get them to run down them, you gotta micromanage them the whole way. I have one right here. Which takes the stone from you. I'm most pleased to hear it. With the rogue stone, I should be able to permanently eliminate the mysterious growing menace I discovered, at least if I prove strong enough to overcome what lies on the other side. You're a barbarian of unusual skill, and one who occupies himself seeking adventure. Perhaps you could accompany me. You describe sounds unnatural and unbalanced. I'll help. We shall proceed together. Note that I carry the key to open the water gate I set up. Once we go through, we can keep heading downwards. We'll eventually reach a large and dark cavern. There, we should proceed northeast till we reach the dark barrier. There are glowing lights that appear and disappear around it regularly. Approach when I can use the rogue stone to transport to the other side. If you need some rest before we proceed, you can use the little camp I set up. One more thing we should discuss, something you should know about me. I would not like to surprise you in an inconvenient moment. What would that be? Removes her helmet, reveals she's a drow elf. Is this some sort of treachery? I am a drow. This does not change the fact I'm also a paladin of Ilmater, or make the mission we're on any less important. Every fact that led you to agree to come with me remains just as true. Quest is too important for me to let it be a problem. Drow elf who's a paladin of Ilmater is intriguing, bound to be a story behind that, even worthy of being recounted by bards. What do you want to know? I'm not prepared to reveal every detail of my past people I've just met. It'd be wise to sate your curiosity sufficiently. Began my life as a fairly typical drow, groomed to eventually take my place priestess of the evil goddess Loth, while also being trained in the arts of intrigue and assassination. However, Loth expects her followers to constantly struggle against each other, and drow society is full of constant conflict, usually covert, occasionally exploding into open violence. Right. House Varcheza, to which I owed allegiance, was a victim of these struggles, ended up being destroyed by its rivals. I escaped the destruction of my house, saving my life for the time being. But a drow without a house has no protection, and little hope of surviving for long. I had to flee the city of my birth, make my way through the wildest section of the Underdark with assassins on my trail. After various misadventures, I eventually decided my only hope of survival was to flee all the way to the surface. This exchange one set of dangers for another. My kind is feared and hated by the inhabitants of the surface. Right. Learned I could not let anyone on the surface see my true features. Survived only by living a life in the shadows by the stealth and secret thievery. A long way from becoming a paladin. As it turned out, not a long way from encountering a paladin. Eventually, luck failed me in my career of thievery. I was caught. Once I was realized as a drow, there were many calls for me to be put to death at once. Among those who apprehended me was a paladin of Ilmater, Sir Varen Vertin, proved to be the most noble and puissant warrior. I don't actually know that word. He alone called for me to be shown mercy, and he insisted on it, facing down the mob, calling for my blood with sword in hand. I would surely have perished otherwise. Being one of the few prepared to have any dealings with the living drow, he was forced to take responsibility for me, so I became one of his traveling companions. As he went about seeking wrongs to right, I became an adventurer. I was impressed with him, partly for the obvious reason, partly because he was the only surface male I'd come across who treated females with the sort of deference that, as a drow from matriarchal society, I was accustomed to. That was how I interpreted his adherence to the code of chivalry, something which I did not yet have understanding. Taught me of Ilmater. I was impressed by that as well, realized that as drow lived in fear all the time, yada yada. I could finally, for the first time, live free from fear. If I embraced Ilmatar, what's more, the Ilmataran faith, bound by its doctrine to show mercy to the most evil, was one of the few surface religions that would happily accept a drow. Under Sir Varen's tutelage, I became a disciple of Ilmater, learned more of my new faith, found more reasons to appreciate its ascetic tendencies, came to understand better than before how evil were the things I had done as a follower of Loth, and need to do penance for them. Maybe that'll work in D&D, certainly won't work in reality. Among other insights, of course, I gained a new understanding of and appreciation for the code of the Paladin. I would never have imagined I was worthy of becoming one myself. In the course of our adventure, Sir Varen fell in battle. While grief stickered by his death, I felt inspired to carry on his work. Decided to do so properly, I'd need to become a Paladin. This explains how you found me as what I am today. I have a quest to accomplish, I think we've spent enough time recounting. Yeah, you can say that again. Okay. Charisma, concentration, listen, search, and spot. Yeah, you keep that on. Belt of strength and stamina, +4. That's cool. Can I have that? She won't give me any of this, though, will she? Yeah, she won't. Thief. I'll take those. +2. Oh, Holy Avenger. And 1d8 acid damage. +8. +8. Is padded armor +8 that hastes you? My goodness. I can't keep her rogue stone. I will take your undead ward. And the key. I don't think you'll need the darts. I'll leave you with your potions, and I guess you keep the rogue stone for some reason. Right. Nierva's dexterous rogue gauntlets. Goodness. 44 armor class. Less attack and damage by a long shot. Although the divine damage versus evil is pretty freaking fun. There's something else about that mace I wanted to... No, what was it? Right. What is your dexterity? 24... Oh, yeah, that's a pretty major bonus. Alright, well, let's go. Path down. Alright, I doubt I'll finish this whole quest this episode, but I can at least get it started. Displacers. Still only have the one gem of seeing. I will tear them up. You missed me with the song. Do it again. Man, I hate the just random stops in attacking. That is super annoying. Only 264 hit points as well. Decent chunk more than Zerala, but nothing compared to what you'll want. Path up, path down. Right, the path up is where I just came from. Are these more rocks over here to collapse on me? Yep. Those things stripped away my stone skins fast. I should probably save Greater Stone Skin every day for like an actual major fight when it come in handy. Whoa. What else did you just... It took away my dexterity bonus, really? So I notice now we've come across two different Paladins of Ilmater who we've teamed up with. And one of them was a Tiefling who took Valen Shadowbreath's portrait and voice lines. And the other one's a Drow who took Nethira's portrait and voice lines. And who is a rogue. I'm noticing a pattern. I'm really not going anywhere with this, I just think it's kind of funny. But, it is definitely weird. Hook horrors. Nasty hook horrors, or you just regular hook horrors? Okay, I think I've got this. Some of them are hasted, apparently. I'm feeling reasonably good about us. We killed a pile of Umber Hulks. And they hurt us, but it wasn't even close to something that we couldn't handle. Umber Hulks are far from the nastiest thing, but I mean, they're pretty gnarly. They tear you up. Okay, so we have two really long paths. I'm going to run along the upper one, see if there's anything along either of them. If there isn't, I'm just going to come back around, take the other path, and then head down inside. I like how it just says beneath the city, but doesn't specify which one. It's obvious if you're paying attention at all, but like every time that you were in Kalimport, it would tell you you were in Kalimport. One of the things I'm always very impressed with Swordflight 4. They really, let's say they, Rogue Knight's attention to detail is just, it's so impressive, the amount of effort that guy's put into this thing. Because he doesn't make anything off of it, right? People probably donate to him on things like Patreon or whatnot. I don't know all of his specifics. And I know he's not extremely popular, because even though this, among people who play Neverwinter Nights modules, like fan-made ones, this is about top of the line. It's at least up there in the top 3. But he's, you know, far from mainstream. But he probably does make a pretty decent bit off of people donating. But in truth, you can't ever be guaranteed that. And the fact that he put this much work into something just because he enjoyed it and he wanted other people to enjoy it, and it's so detailed, it's extremely impressive. I think it's probably not just the best, it's by far the most well put together, detailed, and, I mean, probably most fun D&D campaign I've ever had, like, anything to do with. Now, I don't play a ton of D&D in person just because I don't have the opportunity, really. Otherwise, I would. Oh, don't you dare. What did you take away now? Okay, I'm still immune to death magic. Looks like it's still just my dexterity that's been removed. I just wanted to take a look at what spells she even had. Not a lot. I wish I could get like a greater bowl strength. I don't know what the limit for bowl strength bonuses are in this. If there is an actual one. Undead Hook Horror. Is that what I just saw there? Yes, it was. Sounds horrifying. I imagine it's going to do something negative. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay, we've killed plenty of you guys, but you people are stronger than the other ones we've killed. I don't remember them doing a negative energy pulse either. That I remember. Okay. Whoa. Everything just got significantly dimmer. And it's continuing to get dimmer. Okay, so these would be the lights that she was talking about. Looks like Nervous got that one. Okay, so this is a stave of extremely powerful negative energy then. It's really the only thing that could generate this many undead aberrations around them. It's almost like the ruins that we went to right at the start of the game, turning things like spiders into wraith spiders, everyone who dies there. Either their bodies, their souls, and spirits. or all of them are trapped, usually separately. Entrance, let's say, entrance to subterranean structure, entrance and entrance. Okay, I'm definitely going to want to circle around this whole thing, kill as many of these undead monsters as I can. They're upsetting to the balance. Okay, I see. So along the lights, there's a wall of negative energy that'll hurt you, and while I can bypass it with my protections, and I can, it'll kill the rest of them. Yeah, unless some other feat comes up that I can't even remember. Like, if I find overwhelming critical or something like that, then of course I'll take that. But as it stands right now, I think I'm just going to start pumping everything into great strength. Buff my attack and damage as much as is half-orcly impossible. Man, these guys are worth a chunk of XP. Ow. Do we teleport across? We seem to still be taking damage. Maybe you can't bypass it. You can, like, just walk into it. It'll keep hurting you, but maybe there's no way through it. You both are out of healing. Alright, I don't know exactly how long I've been going. I don't think it's been that long. But I don't think I can do this whole thing this episode, and I kind of want to just save it, because I prefer not to go into another chapter after an episode, and I'm pretty sure this is the last quest before we continue on with the main one. So I think I'm going to call it here, and we'll start the next one. Hopefully we'll finish out this quest, be done with Chapter 3, and head off into Chapter 4, because Chapter 3 is done once you're out of Zazesspur. And so, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to end this one here then. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.